regarding the AMSS system incident that has happened. It was flagged on the 6th of November, and immediately Airport Authority of India, under which the air navigation systems and the air traffic control is running, they have immediately identified the system, and it is absolutely wrong to say that the system was not functioning, because there was a delay that was observed in the system. The switch which was supposed to process the speed of the messages that were coming in has observed certain latency, and the messages throughput was actually reduced. And it was immediately identified, and this was a system which was commissioned in 2020 year. And it was there for 10 years, and the maintenance of this system, the O&M of this system, was being done by ECIL, the Electronics Corporations of India Limited. And they were doing the continuous maintenance of this system. It was a recently upgraded system. And then when the specific observation was there, immediately there was a backup. The backup was brought into place, and within 36 hours, the system was back on track. And while the system, there was a latency observed in the system, we shifted to manual system. We put in additional manpower in our ATCs in the AMSS system, so that all the necessary messaging that was happening through the digital system was done in a manual way. So only certain delays were observed, no cancellations were done due to the AMSS fault that was observed.
Second supplementary, Shri Ramji Lal Suman.
सभापति जी, मैं आपका संरक्षण चाहता हूं सभापति जी। सवाल इनसे ये पूछा गया कि जब गिल ने जुलाई के महीने में आगाह कर दिया था हवाई सेवाओं के बारे में, तो जुलाई से ले मैं
be specific about the question.
ये तो बहुत दिक्कत हो जाएगी, आप पूछ नहीं दे रहे।
The minister will be in a position to speak. When you are giving a long speech.
अरे सर मैं सिर्फ ये जानना चाहता हूँ सभापति जी, आपके मार्फत कि जब जुलाई में इनको चेतावनी दे दी गई थी, तो ये क्या करते नवंबर तक? सभापति मैं जानना ये चाहता हूँ कि हमारे देश में ये हवाई जो नेटवर्क है वो एकल है, इस व्यवस्था को डुअल बनाए जाने की आवश्यकता है, आधुनिक बनाए जाने की आवश्यकता है। सभापति महोदय, मैं ये जानना चाहूंगा कि जिन हवाई यात्रा करने वाले लोगों को असुविधा हुई, परेशानी हुई, उनकी भरपाई करने के लिए सरकार क्या करेगी?
Sir, for all the passengers who have faced difficulties during delays or cancellations, there are strict civil aviation requirements, CAR, which is in place. And all the airline operators which are under permission to operate in the country, they have to strictly follow. And the passenger rights, the passengers, whatever facilities or the benefits that have been extended through the car have to be provided. And there is a strict regulation from the DGC and from the ministry also to ensure that this happens. And when extraordinary circumstances happen also, because the sector has grown multifold, this is not a sector which is the way it has been 10 years or 20 years before. Now it has become so much more inclusive. The network has spread so much, and there are 5 lakh people traveling every day in this network, which only 2-3 countries in the world can boast of. And that is the capacity the country is holding today. And please listen to me. And whenever any facility, regarding the software also, let me make it clear, sir. Regarding the software, what the inquiry is also being done on that. Airport Authority of India is thoroughly looking into the system fault that has happened, and thoroughly whatever necessary feedback comes in, we will do it. And the continuous technology upgradation happens in this sector, sir. It is not just timely, but there is a continuous upgradation that happens. All the countries, different countries, they keep upgrading the systems that they have, and we keep a continuous watch on what is happening across the world. And our vision from the government is to have the top standards, global standards in the country for aviation. And it is with that vision that we are working. And all the systems, all the technologies that we have in aviation are definitely up to standards, and proper mechanism is there to ensure that they are upgraded on time.
Third supplementary, Shriman Pramod Diwari ji.
सर, मैं आपके माध्यम से माननीय नगर विमानन मंत्री जी से एक सीधा सा सवाल पूछना चाहता हूं। ये AMSS, इसकी वजह से तकनीकी गड़बड़ी आई और लाखों यात्री प्रभावित हुए। मैं कल दिल्ली आया था एयरपोर्ट पे, तो वहां भी काफ़ी बड़ी संख्या में लोग प्रभावित थे। तो ये जो इंडिगो का डिफेक्ट आया था, क्या ये AMSS का था? अगर AMSS का नहीं था तो क्या था, कृपया बताने की कृपा करें।
सर, जो इंडिगो का क्राइसिस अभी देखने को मिला वो AMSS से रिलेटेड नहीं है। इंडिगो के इंटरनल ऑपरेशंस में उनके जो क्रू रोस्टरिंग सिस्टम है, उनका जो अपना इंटरनल प्लानिंग है, उसमें गड़बड़ी के कारण ये सब हुआ है। ये FDTL में जो बदलाव, आई एम एक्सपेंडिंग ऑन दिस क्वेश्चन सर, बिकॉज द हाउस ऑल्सो वांट्स टू नो एंड द नेशन ऑल्सो वांट्स टू नो, सर आई वुड लाइक टू स्प्रेड सम लाइट ऑन दिस। 1st November 2025, there have been new FDTL guidelines into place. We have had thorough consultation with all the stakeholders when we have changed it, and due process has been done for that. And in April, under the guidelines of High Court, under the order of the High Court, it has come into implementation. There were 22 FDTL guidelines, 15 of them from 1st of July and 7 of them from 1st of November. There was no problem from what was happening in 1st of July. And there were some variations that were required by the airlines for the guidelines which were proposed from 1st of November. There were multiple stakeholder consultations done, not only with Indigo. We have other players in the industry also, with everyone. Multiple stakeholder consultations regarding the FTL, where we have been very, very strict, saying that there has to be no compromise on safety. Safety is the topmost priority. We care for the crew, we care for the pilots, and we care for the safety of the entire system, we care for the passengers. So from the ministry, we have made it very, very clear to all the airlines that they have to follow the rules. And from 1st of, I'm just expanding so that you get the whole understanding of the issue. 1st of November, since this has happened, DGCA has been in continuous consultation. They wanted some variations, all the airlines, not just one airline, all airlines have come back because they vary in the operations. Some are having night operations, some are operating heavily in the northeast, some have ATR specific operations. So even if you talk about airlines, they all have different kind of operations. And because of the operations and because of the FDTL guidelines, which is a uniform blanket on all the airlines, they all have come for different variations. DGCA has sat with all the airlines. Wherever there was no compromise on the safety, after thorough consultation and after thorough safety risk assessment, necessary variations, necessary exemptions have been given beforehand itself. And on 1st of December also, this was on 1st of November. What Honorable Member has also observed, we are talking about December 3rd, after 1 month. So there was 1 full month of operations in the new FDTL also. Why I am mentioning this point, even though we are saying because of the FDTL this situation has arisen, there have been a lot of internal complications. This is a day-to-day operations thing that the Indigo should have maintained. Indigo was supposed to manage the crew, was supposed to manage the roster through its day-to-day operations. We are there to check if the FDTL is properly implemented or not, and there has been no compromise on that side. And for 1 thorough full month, we have been observing. On 1st of December, we had a meeting with Indigo on FDTL itself. When they required some clarifications, we have given the clarifications also with that idea, and they have not flagged this issue. So everything was running normal till then. Suddenly, we have observed this on 3rd. Immediately, when this was observed, the ministry came into the picture. We have taken over the situation at the airports. We have consulted all the stakeholders, and then you have seen how things have unfolded for those 2 days. Definitely, there was a lot of difficulty that has faced by the passengers. And as a closing statement also, let me tell you that we are not taking this situation easily. We are doing an inquiry, and we will take very, very strict action, not only for this situation, but also as an example. We will set an example for all the airlines. If there is any miscompliance, any non-compliance or non-adherence for any single person, any entity or any organization or any operator functioning in this civil aviation, we will take very, very strict action so that we set an example in the industry.
The fourth supplementary, Sri Milan Devra.
So firstly, through you, I would like to express my gratitude to the Minister for expanding the scope of the question beyond what was written and getting a sense of the House and assuring the passengers in this country through the House. So I completely agree with the Honourable Minister when he says that India has seen unprecedented growth in aviation in the last decade or so. There's been almost a 250% increase in passenger traffic in the last decade. And largely one can attribute that growth due to a very competitive, robust, vibrant marketplace, which has brought down prices, which has ensured safety and ensured high quality of service. Since the minister has agreed to expand the scope of the question, today people are naturally concerned about market dominance of one player, which is Indigo, which has over 60% market share. And firstly, I want to thank the minister for issuing a show cause notice to Indigo as soon as this crisis happened, right from December 3rd. But my suggestion, humble suggestion, very constructive suggestion would be, perhaps if the Ministry of Civil Aviation through DGCA, in partnership with another regulator which comes under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the Competition Commission of India, were to do a thorough review of India's aviation sector to ensure that we have more competition, to ascertain whether there are any barriers to entry which are preventing new entrants from coming in. Because the more competition there is, the more we will be able to bring prices down and assure customers and passengers of their safety. Thank you.
Now, Honourable Minister.
Honourable Chairman, sir, I appreciate the question that has been asked by the Honourable Member. And right now, because this incident has happened and everyone is kind of focused on this subject and all these issues are coming, but the ministry has already been working on this. We have envisioned the demand to be growing at such a rate that we want to have more airlines in the picture. And I have continuously said on the floor of the House, in both the Houses and outside also whenever I'm speaking, that India today has the capacity of 5 big airlines. We are talking about 2 airlines, but the capacity, the demand that India is creating today, we need to have 5 big airlines. And that has been the efforts from the ministry to encourage more airlines to come in. This House would also remember, sir, we have passed a legislation regarding the Cape Town Convention, which is the protection of interest in aircraft objects. This is specifically to align our civil aviation industry, align our leasing industry for aircrafts according to global standards, so that the airlines which are trying to start in the country, becomes easier for them to lease the planes. If you look at the top Indigo or Air India or the other players that are there today, 80 to 85% of their aircrafts are leased today. So people are not owning the planes by themselves, they are leasing the planes today. And it was important for us, envisioning the demand that the country has created, that we encourage the leasing industry. Leasing is happening in Ireland, leasing is happening in UAE, leasing is happening in Singapore, and we wanted India to be there in that picture, and we have passed that legislation. And I'll also, through you, Chairman, sir, I will also try to tell the House that because of the UDAN scheme that we have done, we have expanded our network in the airports, we have expanded the route connectivity, just with the idea that people, the airlines which are there, they might find it only to go around the profitable routes. But we have encouraged so that new airlines also come in. There is Fly 91, there is Star Air, there is India One Air. There are these smaller airlines also, which we have encouraged in the last 5-6 years. These have all come in the last 5-6 years, and definitely we are going to engage with the necessary stakeholders. I'm just giving you as a background, saying that the ministry has continuously been working to encourage competition. Once again, I'm saying, I want more players to be there in this industry. This is the time to start an airline in India. This has been the time. There is so much growth that is happening. So let us all encourage more airlines to come into this industry along with the government.
Fifth supplementary, Dr. M. Tambidurai ji.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman, sir. The Minister explained the recent crisis, what is happening here. I also face the same problem. Fourth, Delhi Airport, I stayed from 6 o'clock up to 2 o'clock to go to Chennai. No, I'm telling, sir, I'm to the point. Because what Minister said, DGC giving the guidelines, that is good for safety of the passengers, international standard. But what happened so many years, the aircraft is Indigo and they were operating. Why not take action earlier? At least you have to caution them not to book the air tickets for us. Because I booked the air ticket 4th. How that Indigo, when negotiating, they are allowing to book the ticket and make a problem. But you are giving, I read the newspaper, you also return the money immediately. Returning money is different. But my problem, staying there, what kind of precautions you have taken, this kind of Indigo and other things, start beginning onwards.
Now, Honorable Minister.
For example, sir, I want to add, sir, Air India, regarding Air India, they are charging executive class 75,000 rupees. Please, sir, please listen to me, sir.
He is rising now.
Sir.
Please.
No, I'm telling you,
Only
one thing, sir. Only one thing, sir.
Supplementary will go on record.
75,000 executive class, MPs we are paying for that. What is why there cannot be any ceiling? One fare means one fare. Air ticket means air ticket. You cannot to put extra.
Okay. Now, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister. Only one supplementary is allowed. Honorable Minister.
Sir, Honorable Chairman, sir, I regret the inconvenience that has been faced by the Honorable Member and likewise many people who have been travelling in those 2-3 days. In fact, most of the people who were travelling those 2 days have gone through that inconvenience. We sincerely regret that, sir. And regarding the passengers, we have observed cancellations of 5,86,705 PNRs.
No, please.
For which 569 crores has been given. And on top of this has also been observed. Regarding the action, why have we not taken, sir? We have taken multiple actions before also. We have certain guidelines, we have certain regulations in place. And our duty as a regulator is to see if the guidelines and rules and regulations are followed or not. And whenever there seems to be non-compliance, we have not hesitated at all. There have been many instances. I can take the examples of the list, but I don't want to go through one and one. Many instances before, we have already penalized them. We have taken multiple actions. So that is a continuous activity that we do. This specific incident, what kind of inconvenience additionally passengers would have faced, the government is taking that very, very seriously. Future civil aviation regulations that we have, especially regarding
let him answer. Let him answer. Please, let him answer. Please, nothing will go on record except the answer of the Honorable Minister.
Are thoroughly protected. Your point is well noted, sir. Whatever understandings we have from this situation, in our future car making, we will definitely include them. So passengers are thoroughly protected. And regarding the capping of fares, right now we have capped the fares, sir. Across the country we have done it because there is a shortage in capacity. There have been certain cancellations. So we have created 4 slabs. And according to the slabs, based on the distance, we have capped the fares. And we have been continuously monitoring the capping of fares also in the regular season. Whenever there is a season where we see, based on the previous history, there might be an increase in the fares, we have taken very strict action. We have done it regarding the Srinagar incident that has happened. We have done it during the Kumbh Mela. We have done it previously also. And we will be continuously monitoring so the passenger is not exploited at any single point of time.
Question number 79, Shri Akhilesh Prasad Singh Ji. Honorable Minister. Question number 79.
Sir, this answer has been placed on the table of the House.
Now, first supplementary on question number 79, Shri Akhilesh Prasad Singh Ji.
सी के
Your first supplementary, please.
भाग सी में मैंने पूछा था सेफ्टी को लेकर सवाल पटना एयरपोर्ट को लेकर 2025 के विधानसभा में मैं पटना में काम करता था। उस समय मेरे घर के ठीक बगल में एक बोइंग का एक्सीडेंट हुआ था और तब से सेफ्टी का सवाल वहां बना हुआ है। पटना एयरपोर्ट के बारे में, रनवे के बारे में कई विशेषज्ञ, खास करके सुरक्षा विशेषज्ञ चिंता जता चुके हैं और सभी लोग जानते हैं कि पटना का जो रनवे है वो छोटा है। यूएस फेडरल एविएशन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के अनुसार एयरपोर्ट के रनवे की आदर्श लंबाई 2300 मीटर होनी चाहिए, लेकिन पटना का रनवे इससे 750 फीट छोटा है। हम मंत्री जी से स्पेसिफिक जानना चाहते हैं कि पटना एयरपोर्ट के रनवे के विस्तार की योजना पर कोई प्रगति है या नहीं।
Honorable Chairman, sir, Patna is a very, very important airport in the country. It has got operations which are very, very important considering it is the capital of Bihar also. And the Honorable Member has also mentioned the challenge that we have at the runway because of 2,050 meters. It is not the advisable runway for A320s because with load penalty, considering all the safety risk assessments, we are running the airport with that limited runway. And we have continuously approached the state government because land is ultimately the state subject. So we want to expand the runway because of the operations that we have there. But the challenge is on one side of the runway, we have the railway track going on. And on the other side of the runway, we have the zoo park and we also have the bell tower, which has been a historic monument. And we have been continuously engaging with the state government to see if there is any kind of possibility for the getting the land. If we have the sizable land which we have already requested being provided by the state government, definitely we can elongate the runway. It is not only to have proper operations of the bigger airplanes, which is the Airbus or the wide body, but we also want to have international operations. That has also been a strong demand that has been coming from the Patna airport. But to have this, we definitely need a longer runway, which is a challenge today because of the availability of land. And definitely we have written to the state government and we are continuously engaging with the state government on this.
Second supplementary, Shriman Ailesh Prasad Singh ji.
सर, मंत्री जी का यहाँ सजेशन नहीं, हम लोगों को प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन चाहिए और वो बताए नहीं है और ऐसे ही कुछ बोलने के लिए बोलते रहते हैं। आपका संरक्षण चाहिए सर। महोदय, मैंने एक और जो प्रश्न पूछा था नाइट लैंडिंग के बारे में और आपने गोल मोल सा जवाब दिया है। फैसिलिटी के बारे में, उसके बारे में भी अस्पष्ट सा उत्तर दिया गया है। बिहार में हवाई यात्रियों की संख्या जिस तेजी से बढ़ रही है और मंत्री जी ने उत्तर में खुद बताया है कि अब नए टर्मिनल की क्षमता 1 करोड़ यात्री प्रति वर्ष की है, तो इतनी बड़ी संख्या में अगर डिमांड है तो नाइट लैंडिंग फैसिलिटी भी होनी ही चाहिए। इसलिए हम जानना चाहेंगे क्या मंत्रालय ने पटना एयरपोर्ट में नाइट लैंडिंग फैसिलिटी की आवश्यकता के संबंध में कोई अगर असेसमेंट किया है तो हाउस को बताएं।
Sir, night landing is...
Honorable Minister, about night landing facility. Please.
Yes. Honorable Chairman, sir, regarding the night landing facility or the expansion of runway, the challenge at Bihar, इसमें कोई घुमाने की बात नहीं है सर, सीधी सीधी बात है। आप बनाना चाहते हो तो हवाई अड्डा हवा में नहीं बनता, जमीन पे ही बनेगा। जमीन की जो अवेलेबिलिटी है उसके साथ ही बनना चाहिए। और जमीन हमने बार बार राज्य सरकार से यही मांगा है कि आप ज्यादा जमीन दीजिए, सारे फैसिलिटीज हम करेंगे।